good, YouTube? Slender Revolution X here, coming to you guys today with another edition of Why You Know Played. If you guys haven't seen any of my other ones, it's basically a series where I'm talking about underplayed and underutilized cards in the game today that could have an impact on the meta one way or another. So, what I wanted to talk about this week was Six Samurai. And I understand that it's more of an archetype, not a single card, but god damn, why are you not played? So for a while now, I think it's safe to say that Necrals have been consistently beating the meta with things like Cleaforts and Burning Abyss scattered in there as well. Along with the new archetype releases of Ritual Beast and Yosenju, we see a lot of them. The Premium Gold 2 just came out, so we see some Hieratics kind of things tossed in there as well because of Dark Matter. But nonetheless, with the ban list, Xian got put to 2. I get that. I don't think that that makes the deck any better, but it also doesn't make it any worse. It didn't lose anything, which begs to differ why it wasn't played as soon as Necrals came out, because essentially that deck beats Necrals. Being able to consistently make a turn 1 Nat Beast with things like Rhoda at 3, Xian Smoke Signal, Asceticism. There's just so many things in that deck that allow you to go ham. And if you make it consistent, I'm talking about with things like 3 Upstarts, 3 Smoke Signal, 3 Rhoda, 3 Kageki, 3 Kagamusha, 3 Elder. There's a solid, I would say 9 out of 10 chance that you are going to open up with either Xian or Beast or both, depending on what you get as well. If you get a Xian's Dojo, there's a way you can do other things. If you can get Six Samurai United, there's other ways. So there's a lot of factors that go into it, and with Rhoda at 3, I think it just makes it ultra consistent. I mean, it's really hard to not see why this deck hasn't been played at all. My one thing that I can see being an issue with this is Six Sams have a really hard time getting over big monsters. I mean, Xian I think is 23. I don't know. The graphic will be right here, so regardless, it should be able to see what's going on. But it has an issue getting over big monsters. Things like Dante can be an issue. But with Burning Abyss kind of taking a back burner to Necrals, you should win every Necrals matchup. If you took this to a regional, there's no doubt that you should win every Necrals matchup. And from what I hear, people kind of run into Necrals pretty much, 6 out of 9 rounds. Once you get deeper in, it's just Necrals is so consistent that other decks have an issue fighting it. But with the ability to make Xian and Nat Beast, there should be no reason that you lose. Unless they draw the nuts, or, it's just really hard to see a way that they would lose to those, especially Game 1. You should take every Game 1 outright if you played Necrals with Six Samurai. The strengths of the deck are setting up a field with Beast, Barkion, and Xian, and just kind of blocking out your opponent from being able to play any Magic's traps. And that's why it has an issue against Burning Abyss, but that's irrelevant because if you win 7 out of 9, 6 out of 9, 7 out of 9, you should be either right on the bubble or in the top cut. So, and the deck is consistent. It's warrior based, it's consistent, it has speed to it, not as much as when it had Gateway, but it has speed to it. It's really frustrating to me. It's goddamn frustrating to me to see archetypes just fall by the wayside. And everybody got hyped up about it because Xian went to 2, but that hasn't changed anything. Putting Xian to 2 isn't going to make the deck godlike. Putting Xian to 2 isn't going to make it any worse. You're still going to run Xian and try to go to Xian, Nat Beast, Barkion. I think that's pretty much the ultimate goal of the deck, is to go Xian, Nat Beast, Barkion. But back to my issue with it being able to get over big monsters. Things like, Infernoids, and things like Lightsworn. Not that Lightsworn is very relevant anymore, but things like Lightsworn that put out big monsters very quickly. It has an issue getting over those, but due to the consistency of the deck, now, with Rhoda at 3, things like Inishi are an easy out to things like Infernoids or Judgment Dragon, but you have to time it right because it doesn't get rid of the monster, it just bounces it. So if you bounce that Judgment Dragon and can't, do anything with it, you're kind of in a shitty position. But it has outs, and it has room in the deck to run traps. It's just, I just don't understand why it hasn't played at all. It doesn't. It makes no sense to me. But I think that in the future we could see some plays, some tops, some regional qualifiers, some ARGs, some YCSs, where you'll see late rounds a Six Samurai deck just kind of sneak in there. And it'd be interesting to see the deck get played more. I would like to see the deck get played more. I think it's an interesting deck. And like I said, I like to see archetypes be able to make a little bit of a push and come back for a little bit. But it's just my opinion. And like, I don't understand. I just don't understand how a deck like that can put out Beast. Any deck that can put out Beast should be pretty successful this format. I think that's kind of outright. Things like Raccoons and Six Sams, I think, should fare fairly well if you're going for a non-meta deck. Should do very well. But, so, in conclusion, should be played. I don't understand why they're not. It's a little upsetting to me. They're ultra consistent. If you guys want to try it out, you should. I think the deck will prove very well to you. I've been playing it on DN a little bit. It works really, really, really well. And if you guys want a deck list, I can always shoot you a deck list of what I have. I don't think there's a side deck built into it right yet, but I'll work on it. I'll work on it. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Helps me out a lot. If you have any comments, leave them in the comments section below. Tell me either why you liked the video or why you hated it, or you think I'm just crazy with what I'm saying. And as always, guys, remember to subscribe to join the revolution today. This is Slender Revolution X, signing out, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.